Hello, I am now going to teach you how to use the different drive modes of the vehicle. The screen that we are in right now is the settings screen. So we need to go to the drive mode screen right here. All right, up at the top you have your different drive mode areas that you're going to be driving. So you've got on-road, off-road, and trailers. In the on-road section you have all-purpose. All-purpose is probably the mode that I drive the most in. It's just kind of general purpose, right? So it engages all four motors. It gives you a decent amount of power, and just is in general is good for everything. You also have, well, go ahead and do that. You also have conserve mode. Conserve mode is so you can go further in range. However, I ask that you not use conserve mode unless you're on the freeway. The reason that you get more range with conserve mode is because it only uses the two front drive units, so the rear drive units are not engaged. When you're doing that, the vehicle is about 7,000 pounds, and when you're only driving in front wheel drive, number one, it's not as fun, but number two, it wears out the tires much more quickly, especially when you're on surface streets and you're making a lot of turns in front wheel drive. So I ask that you not use that. Honestly, the range difference is not that meaningful unless you're on the freeway. So the benefits you would get from doing conserve around town are pretty small. The next drive mode is sport mode. It's going to ask me to lower the ride height. That's fine. Okay, so sport mode is similar to all-purpose mode, except that it gives a little bit more oomph to the rear wheel drive, or to the rear wheels, and it actually makes the power a little bit more immediate. So if this results in quicker acceleration, it also results in, when you're going around corners or something, it will engage the rear wheels a little bit more. Finally, we've got snow mode, which if you're renting from me here in California, you probably won't have much of a chance to use, but this just gives you much more confidence when you're driving around in snow, slush, and ice. All right, I'm going to now show you, so let's go back to all-purpose mode really fast. So in all-purpose mode, you can still make some fine-tune adjustments. As you move across these modes, it will automatically adjust stability mode, the ride feel, the brake regen, and, sorry, not brake regen, but the ride height. So as you know, the suspension is air suspension, so it means it can raise and lower. I don't know why it's still in sport mode, but we're going to go to all-purpose. So right now it is changing to standard height. When it's blinking like that, that means it is still in the process of either raising or lowering. If you want to go higher or lower, you simply press this button here. So right now it just put us in standard. I'm going to say I want to go in high. Okay, so you can hear it's just engaged the compressor. The compressor is filling up the suspension with air, so it's raising the vehicle a little bit. We next have brake regen. So brake regen is how strong the regen, you can adjust how strong the regen is. I typically like to drive in high regen. This makes it so you almost never have to touch the brake pedal. As you let off the gas pedal, the regenerative braking will engage and it will slow the vehicle down. If this is your first time driving a electric vehicle and you're not used to the regenerative braking, and you first just want to get used to it, you can switch down to standard. There's only two, standard and high, and so you can try those out and see what you like. Stability mode, we've got on, reduced, and off. You have to hold it to go off because typically you would not want to reduce stability mode. And then you've got your ride feel. So if you want a softer feel with less bumps and not feeling the road as much, go to soft. When you switch to sport mode, it will automatically switch you to stiff. So that means you will feel the bumps in the road a lot more, and the vehicle will feel more sporty. All right. The other thing is you can choose auto ride height. So when you are in all-purpose, it will actually lower the vehicle when you are just on surface street, or when you're going at speed, because as the vehicle is lower, you get better range and you can go further. The other thing that you can access from this menu, if you go over here and you swipe to the left, is you can see all the different statistics about the vehicle. You've got a compass up here, you've got your trip meter right here. The tires, as you start driving, it will show you the tire pressure. You've got the different temperature for the motor and the battery. It also shows you your elevation, so pretty interesting. And that is it for the drive mode. Thanks.